What is up, everybody? NC.
JC and
We're here live with some TNA. See how they do with this Impact. We're looking forward to it. So they're just showing people coming in, so you're not missing much. I will say happy birthday to John Cena, turning 49 years old. So good for him. You know, I mean, he's gonna go home and he's gonna ride that Arabian racehorse all night long. I tell you.
hey man, you know what? He's earned the right to be able to ride that Arabian racehorse. And you know what, John? Good for you. 49 years on this earth. You did a lot. You made a lot of fans, and you're still easily one of the biggest stars that the business has ever created. So props to you.
And he's still in fantastic shape. That's the thing that, like, he still takes great care of himself. Like, the one thing I noticed, though, like, I don't know if he ever talked about the skin cancer scare that he had a little bit ago, but that's why he hasn't been tanning. That's why he's been pale, is because he got diagnosed with skin cancer. So he's been really doing his best to stay out of the sun. But he still looks great otherwise. I mean, I think he still, has done a great job with the dye, done a great job with the hair transplant in Turkey. I mean... Sure, he's looking like Ernest in the face, but besides that, the body is looking young. Give him that.
Body's looking young, and you know what? I got a conspiracy theory. To quote Vince Russo, the whole like da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Bro, I have an idea, bro. What if they are working in the weeds to come back when Vince comes back to buy the company, bro? Bro, Brock Lesnar just retired from WrestleMania, bro, to fuck over Triple H.
Well, and that was a story that was going around, and we'll cover it on the news, but it was something that we were talking about. We were hypothesizing it while we were watching it in live time, while we were watching Night 2. We were hypothesizing what was going on here. Why was Brock doing this, especially with the fact that they were very much all throughout both nights, hyping up that SummerSlam Night 1 and 2 were going to be in Minneapolis, the hometown of Brock Lesnar. It made all the sense in the world for Brock to go out on SummerSlam. And what is it always said about SummerSlam? That's Brock's show. Every time you see a SummerSlam, that is Brock's showcase without question. Like, he's the guy. He is Mr. SummerSlam when you really think about it. Shawn Michaels could call himself Mr. WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar is Mr. SummerSlam. So it made all the sense in the world for us to see that. But when he took off the gloves, took off the boots, that let us know right there he was saying, fuck you to Triple H. And I firmly believe what you were talking about with that rumor. Mr. Raj was talking about it as well on X. He was basically saying that Brock got into it with Triple H. They had a big yelling match backstage after this happened. Triple H is like, you fucking asshole! I planned SummerSlam around you! You're supposed to job to Gunther, you fucking piece of shit! And Brock's just like, fuck you! I'm not gonna job to your boring fuck Gunther! Suck my dick, you piece of shit! And he fucking walked out. And now apparently, this is just a big rumor, mind you, not certified by any publication, a rumor. The big rumor going around is that Triple H is talking to TKO about possible legal action, getting to Brock to fulfill his last match. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't know if that's true. I mean, that's the one I'm kind of skeptical of. I do, however, believe that Brock and Triple H got into an argument. It's not the first time it's happened, and this may be the last. Who knows?
Well, and that's the thing, too, is like, let's say Triple H is successful in getting Brock Lesnar sued to come back. What's to stop Brock from corpsing the entire fucking time,
Right? Well, that's the thing, too, is not only that, but Brock can fake an injury and be out for fucking 2 years.
Right. Like, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? He's the type of guy who would gladly sit and wait. He has money saved. He is good to go. He's a great investor. Very smart guy for being a blockhead. He's the smartest meathead I've ever fucking seen in my life. Brock is a very smart guy. He's good to go. He is set. He can retire from wrestling and be good the rest of his life. Same thing for his family. They're all set too. One thing you need to understand, though, is I firmly believe if Vince comes back in power in some way, shape, or form, he's going to have an army of people, top names, that will return for him. John Cena will be one. Brock Lesnar will be one. Randy, once he gets free from the clutches of Triple H, will be one. You got to understand, so many of the guys that are pissed off right now would thrive right now under Vince McMahon. I even think he would have a soft spot for LA Knight just because of the merch sales. And I hate to say this even for Danhausen because he's selling merch too. That's the one thing that I could say about Vince is if he sees that you're selling merch, it doesn't matter if he thinks your whole campaign is your gimmick is too goofy or not. He doesn't care about that. If you're making money and you're connecting with the kids, that's what he cares about. And as much as I don't like the Danhausen character and I think it's goofy indie shit, I can't deny the fact that it's selling merch. For how long? Who knows? But Vince would push that character without question.
I mean, if it's making money, that's what Vince does. He'll push it. But yeah, man, I think that there's something going down. I think there's something going on here, man. I think there's a lot more to meets the eye. And for all the people who are skeptical, thinking, oh, Vince never. We need to let people know next month, June 14th, what's going to happen is something very special with the Janelle Grant case. So here's what's happening.
Go for it.
People who don't know, it's going in front of a judge, and the judge is going to decide whether it goes to trial or it goes to arbitration. If it goes to trial, it's going to drag on. Vince is fucked. If it goes to arbitration, what that basically means is that Vince is just going to, all they're basically going to do is decide how much Vince is going to pay her, and this whole thing is behind him. It's done. It's over with. Janelle Grant can go fucking piss up a rope for all for all we care, right? So if that happens, if the latter happens, arbitration happens, and since she signed an NDA, more than likely the judge is going to decide this is an arbitration issue, it's an NDA issue, it goes to arbitration. If that does happen, Vince is free and clear. Vince has 14th and I, the exact kind of company he would need to go into a partnership with the Saudis to buy TKO. And I'm constantly looking at the stock price, because the stock price means a lot to TKO, because what that is a representation of their perceived value by the market. And if that continues going down and down and down, and there's no big deal around the corner, there's no massive streaming deal they're going to get, and they're pretty much locked in. And that's another thing too that I was thinking about, is that if Vince were to come back and buy it, TKO hooked them up, because they're locked in for another 3 years with the Netflix deal, another 4 years with the ESPN deal, another 4 years with the USA deal. Like they're good. If this sale does happen, they're good. And I think one other person is going to get involved in the sale: The Rock.
I think there's a lot of factors to consider. I mean, recently in the interview with Ariel Helwani, Ric Flair was mentioning that he feels that Tony Khan could be a good contender to buy WWE if it does go up for sale. And keep in mind, too, he was a contender before, offering up almost $7 billion for WWE and what he felt was a fair market value. So if he has $7 billion, even of Shahid's money, to offer up for WWE, it would be very interesting to see Tony Khan and Vince McMahon battling over ownership for WWE. I think that would be a very interesting story to develop, and I would like to see it happen.
And I agree. I think it'd be very, very interesting. But I think with the amount of money, because the Saudis are in a little bit of a pickle right now. So here's the situation. Like for the whole Middle East situation, Iran, the Strait of Hormuz, Saudi Arabia makes a lot of their money through selling oil through OPEC. That's how they make a lot of their money. And that's where a lot of their money is invested. They're trying to diversify. They have what's called a 2030 agenda for them, right? And their 2030 agenda is, we're going to diversify our investments. We're going to spread it out into different things. And what they've noticed is that they've had to shut down Live Golf. They're seeing that the Saudi originated like golf tournaments and like fight, they're not really taking off like they really wanted it, and it's not really the vehicle they wanted. So what they're probably going to end up doing is start buying American assets that are available. WWE could be one of them very easily, and they have the money to partner with Vince to buy it, and they would partner with Vince because they need somebody that knows how to run the day-to-day of WWE.
Now, I doubt they would be honest with the question, but I would love it if somebody fielded the question to Ari, Mark, or Nick, any one of those, about if WWE would be up for sale or if TKO would consider selling the WWE asset. That's one thing I would love to hear directly from the company itself, if they would sell to a high bidder. That I would love to hear that confirmation, because everything that I've seen thus far, they seem to be very happy with the company, and they seem to be very happy with the fact that WWE is making money. Now, do I think that they would give up an asset right now that is making them more money than UFC is, especially the fact that UFC is doing a deal with the fucking White House? I think they won't give that up just yet. No, I still think as long as there's money with WWE, and especially the fact it's making more money than UFC, I think they're going to keep it around. I think what you're going to see going forward is, I think you're going to see incremental changes to creative like you've seen thus far, but it's going to get eventually to the point where the head man himself, Triple H, gets ousted and gets replaced with somebody else as a trial. And then if that doesn't work, then I don't know. It all depends on the value of the company. And as long as they're making more than the other asset, UFC, I don't think they're going to sell them off just yet. I think they're going to milk this probably to the end of 2027. You're going to have to really wait till that stock value drops and popularity really drops for WWE to the point where it's unsalvageable. And when that comes, that's when they'll bring in Vince McMahon. When desperation comes, that's when they'll bring in Tony Khan. That's what it all comes down to. As long as they're making money, they're not going to sell.
But you know what's funny about all this too? Like, if you step back and you look at the whole like bird's eye view of the situation, it's like going into this whole thing in 2023, the fans, majority of them hated Vince McMahon. They wanted him gone. They wanted Triple H to run everything. Yeah, I mean, even we were optimistic about TKO. And then what's happened is that the fans have turned on TKO, and we all know that Vince thinks about these things long term. The way I look at it is like this: with Vince, he had the foresight with the whole video library of like, we need to have this massive video library for the future, and with the WWE Network also, like, he had the foresight for that as well. Vince, like, he's shown that he's done this before. So the way I see it is like this: I think that he knew from being in business for 40 years, knowing Ari Emanuel, knowing their flywheel strategy and how that works, and what that was going to do to WWE, of like the penny pinching, all that. I think he knew that, and I think he knew the likely outcome was going to be the fans were going to hate the ticket prices. They were going to hate a lot of what the product was. I think he knew the kind of creative that Triple H is going to have and bring to the show that the fans would turn on. And sure enough, all that's happened. The fans have turned on TKO. The fans have turned on Triple H, and they're now saying, "We want Vince." Unimaginable 4 years ago. We want Vince. And yet that's what they're saying. So when Vince comes back, they're going to be like, fuck yes. And so Vince is going to promise 3 things, in my opinion. He's going to promise return of WWE Network in time. He's going to promise definitely lower ticket prices and a new creative team.
And I think it's a fun fantasy to put out there, but nothing's concrete until we actually hear insider info. Because right now we're just hypothesizing and predicting what could happen. All I can see off of what I've seen hints is that TKO might be behind Vince McMahon coming back because of the planted fire Vince chance, or the fact that they're not planted for that matter. Or was it fire Triple H, hire Vince chance? Because of that leads me to believe that maybe TKO might be behind switching out ownership, or maybe even bringing Vince back to the board in some way, shape, or form. I think this whole thing about selling to the Saudis and Vince getting in with the Saudis, I think there's a more logical chance, honestly, of Vince getting back with TKO. Otherwise, because I mean, once this case clears, like you said, he's in the clear. They can't hold anything against him. He could return to the board if he wants and help out WWE. There's nothing holding him back. I think if anything, Vince would be more of an asset to TKO than against it.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think it's possible. I'm me personally, I'm just getting the feeling that this whole thing is being primed for a sale, only because, like, the one thing to me, that there are 2 things to me that stand out that make me think it's likely, are the fact that 14th and I is a thing, like, that exists, and that's exactly what Vince will need to buy from TKO. And then the other thing would be just the fact that there's no major deals around the corner, and that with no major deals around the corner, what's going to happen to the value of the stock? It's going to at best plateau. More than likely, it's going to go down. Like, it's down over 11% year to date. It's down about 7% in the past 3 months. So, you know,
I have to see what's up with 14 and I before I make predictions about where they're going, about what assets they're buying. Because as far as I can see, it just looks like another WWE Studios. And the one feature that I've heard, the rumor going around, is that Vince is looking to bring back WBF and possibly XFL. We'll see about that. But I think, if anything, I want to see what direction 14 and I is going in before we make any sort of big predictions about Vince for sure wanting to do this. We haven't heard anything from Vince. We haven't heard anything from 14 and I. We haven't heard anything from Nick, Mark, or Ari about selling. So that would be the big thing for me. I could start hypothesizing on that angle. I think for me, a more logical hypothesis is Vince coming back to TKO and saving this ship by getting rid of Triple H. I could see him taking over creative, in that matter, working with TKO and possibly the Rock and Brian Wirtz, than outside interference. I don't know. It could happen. It's a crazy world. Crazier things have happened. And let's not forget, too, not too long ago, wasn't Saudi looking to buy WWE? They were very close. Very, very close. So I don't know if it's going to be with Vince and Saudi. It could be some other market. It could even be Tony. Who knows? There's so many different buyers right now that are looking at WWE and Triple H's failure as an opportunity to succeed. So whoever takes advantage of that opportunity and does the best for it, good for you. That's all I'm at. I just want to see who the contenders are, and I want to know if it's even for sale. If I hear any sort of rumors on that, because I'm on the pipeline, dude. I hear the shit on X. I see the shit on X. Sure. If I see any sort of rumors about that, we can definitely discuss it. I don't want to predict where Vince is going until I see where he's going after the court case. I think that you're absolutely right when you said that's going to be the clear-cut indicator of where shit's going. And I can guarantee you, this is how I feel. I'm sure you feel the same way. It's going to arbitration. This bitch is good. I am unbelievably fucking tired of talking about Janelle Grant. I cannot wait to stop talking about her. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to actually put Vince in a positive light and not, portray him as some pervert. Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, guy does what he does what he wants behind closed doors.
Yeah.
If he wants to be a poop loving bisexual, that's him. I don't care. You deliver great wrestling. That's all I fucking care about, man. That's all that matters. And if he still has that fire, and I don't know, man. You hear conflicting reports about him helping out at 42 when he was already out of the company. So you're like, maybe he's working with Bruce Pritchard, doing some secret Zoom calls. There's so much to hypothesize about, but we don't have concrete proof and to go off of, I want that concrete proof when we start having some leaked texts, some leaked calls, some sort of shit where we know that something's brewing. I would love to break it open, be the first to break it open.
Yeah. No, absolutely, man. I mean, it's fun to hypothesize. I mean,
totally.
With Janelle Grant, dude, I'm at the top. Like, if we could get away with it, I would love to do a top 10 sucks in Janelle Grant and just rip her apart. You fucking money grubbing. Ugh.
Yeah. Nah, her shark lawyer is definitely probably looking forward to that shit. Same thing with Ted DiBiase's junior lawyer. They're probably looking forward to any sort of videos that come after their client because they're looking for that cheap money right now. Allegedly. That's just the way it is, man. It's very frustrating having to deal with people like this that inject themselves into pro wrestling out of the shadows and then stay there and linger like a fucking butt wart and won't go away until fucking years and years later. This is how so frustrating. Because even with the Ted DiBiase shit, we were reporting that 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so. Chapter 2 was saying Brock throws Zach Gowen down stairwell in NOLA. Awesome. When he did it on SmackDown, it was a great time. It looked awesome. It's something that I wish that they would bring back on TV, honestly. I really wish they would bring back something like that because it caught my attention. It was like, dude, this is dope. They need to do more of that.
Yeah, do more of that shit. Yeah, you got Brock. Well, actually, no, they don't anymore. I mean, he's gone now. But fuck, they could have done it.
Totally. Well, and you know what? The funny thing is though a video was circulating WrestleMania weekend right before that last match, and a fan actually came up to Paul Heyman and almost predicted. He said, "Hey, Paul, is Brock going to be retiring?" And he's like, "No, trust me. Brock has so many years left. He's got at least a decade left yet." And lo and behold, saying,
yeah, because Paul said that. I think before.
Yeah, he did.
Brock did that.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yep.
Okay.
So shit happens, man. Chapter 2 was saying Jeff Hardy chair headshot on early Brock is nuts. Oh, well, and that's the thing, too, is the wrestlers back in the day, that's how they got the receipts. That was a brutal chair shot, but a really brutal one that stuck out to me is I don't know if you ever saw that ECW show. It was the WWE, I think it was One Night Stand, but Stevie Richards, he caved in a fucking chair on JBL's head. It was a receipt for him blading Blue Meanie with the chair shot. So Stevie was like, yeah, I'm going to get you back. He fucking hit him stone cold crack right on the fucking melon. So, yeah, that's how it was back in the days. Especially when chair shots were legal, that's how you got your receipt against a bigger guy. Especially, he probably fucked up Matt. So he's like, I'm going to get revenge for my brother. Good for him.
Crack.
He did.
Cracked right over his head.
Yep. Chapter 2 was saying, I don't give a fuck. Ric Flair's still the man. In my opinion, let the man live. Woo! Well, and that's how I look at Ric Flair overall is, he has a right to speak his opinion. He's a legend. And he was even calling out Stevie Richards, speaking of the devil, and calling out Dutch Mantel. And he's like, who the fuck are these guys? He's like, Stevie Richards is as big as my pinky. He was talking shit about Ludwig Kaiser, saying his success in the industry will be as big as a gnat. Yeah, he was going off. Dude, he was going off. We'll show you on the news. He was going off on that Ariel Helwani interview. Good shit, man. And that's what I love about Rick, is he don't give a fuck. As he gets older, he's like Bret Hart. He's just honest. And I love that out of wrestlers. I hate seeing that candy-coated bullshit that you saw for the longest time out of Mick Foley and Kurt Angle. I like seeing wrestlers just be real, be miserable, talk about all the fucked up shit in wrestling. I love it how Billy Gunn is now saying, wrestling is just moves now. There's no story behind it. It's just fucking moves. Good.
I like hearing that because that's the kind of admission we need from wrestlers now that are in the business, these veterans. That's what we need to be hearing, man, because for a long time they've been sucking that fucking indie cock. Oh yeah, they're so athletic nowadays. And I'm like, no, they're by athletic you mean they don't know how to sell.
Well, and that's the thing too. It's I can give them all the credit in the world for having great stamina, great cardio, and some of them look the part. Not all of them, but some. And the showmanship, yeah, it's on par with what you would see back in the day in ECW's cruiserweight matches, WCW cruiserweight matches, stuff like that. You know, this is the whole thing for us is we've seen the work rate done before and we've seen it done better. And that's the big thing. Like, you can go ahead and you can jerk off Will Ospreay all you want, Kenny Omega, but we grew up with the Golden Age. We grew up with Psychosis, Rey Mysterio, Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, RVD, you know, the very best cruiserweights of all time, people that these cruiserweights now are ripping off, you know? And that's the thing is we always say is like nowadays what you see is they're just cosplayers, but without the soul, you know? It's like taking Rey Mysterio and sucking the soul out for all these luchadors that you see on Raw, whether it be Dragon Lee, fucking Metalik, Grand Metalik, whatever the fuck their name is, whatever they're going by. If they wear a mask, nowadays they're just a cheap Rey Mysterio ripoff. We saw too much of that growing up, man. And nowadays that's how it is. It's even worse. Just all a bunch of fucking ripoffs, man. No identity on their own. It's like, great, you could do the moves, but you still don't have the psychology that Ultimo Dragon had, that Dean Malenko had, that Rey Mysterio had, or even guys like Taka Michinoku, great Sasuke. You know, you don't have that fucking psychology. You will never have that fucking psychology. Because what do you do if you're Will Ospreay? Oh, you get dropped on your head with the Tombstone Pile Driver, and then you do a springboard backflip fucking diamond cutter. Because why not? Don't sell the move. Don't make it look like it actually hurt. Go ahead and do your finisher on the way down to show how athletic you are. You know?
God, they don't get it. They don't get what the veterans understood. And that was, look, you know, you get over with your gimmick and with your personality. You know, you ain't going to get over with your moves nowadays. And it's still true for the most part. I mean, fuck, look at Danhausen. I know we rag on him, but, I mean, the guy gets over with his gimmick, not his in-ring ability. No one cares about Danhausen having a match. They care about Danhausen acting goofy.
Well, in my opinion, that's why Danhausen, more than anything, they need to make him a manager. I would love to see him be, like, I think he could be, with the right handling, the next, I don't want to say the next Paul Heyman, almost like the next Captain Lou Albano, you know, that goofy top-tier manager. Because he has the talking ability, he's great at improv, I can't take that away from him, He's very good at doing that kiddie PG comedy that the woke tards love. So I think that he excels at that. As far as I can see, the guy's selling crazy amounts of merch. He's one of the top merch movers on there right now with WWE. So for that reason alone, even though I don't like the gimmick, I'm sure you don't like the gimmick either, it's getting over with the fucking neckbeards. And it's getting over with some of the kids, at least. You know, some of them are seeing the merit and potential in this guy. So that's all I ask, is that get him a good tag team that he can push, or even a good female, like Tatum Paxley, for example, goth-type chick, to push. Let's see what he can do with her. Let's see what he can do with the tag team.
Yeah, it's something, man. I mean, yeah, that could work. Maybe like a Tatum Paxley Danhausen feud, or not feud, feud. It'd be like you pair them together as like a fun act on the show, or you put them in a feud. Who knows?
Well, and you know what? I'm thinking maybe this might be a possibility and might save Malachi Black's career. Pair him up with Danhausen. I think the deadpan of Malachi, I think, would transition really well with just the goofy over the top of Danhausen.
You could. I mean, it would give him something. I mean, look. I mean, they had to pair Damian Priest up with R-Truth. Shit. You might as well pair up Alistair Buttcrack with Danhausen.
Well, especially since you know they're both in real life Satanists. It's like, have them doing magic spells in the back. Who cares? Fuck it.
Yeah, and pair them up. Okay, so we got Alistair Buttcrack and Danhausen. You get Butthausen or
Butthausen
or Buttcrackhausen.
Dude, you're so close, Crackhausen.
Oh yes, Crackhausen. Yes. Oh yes, there's so bad wrestling. We have to sell our organs for crack. You know.
So we saw the video. Lizzie Rain. Got it. How did you say it? Do the impression. Got it bad. Go for it.
Got it bad. Copyright infringement.
Hey, you know what though? If she's good, she seems like she's got a lot of physical charisma. Let's see how she is with the promos. Let's see how quickly she develops. I tell you, for one, I think within a year this chick's gonna be ready. There's something about her. There's the
X Factor.
She's got that X factor. This is, I hate to say, this is a good Triple H signing. You know, props to you for signing this woman, or Shawn Michaels for that matter. Whoever signed this woman, this is a great signing, and I think Lizzie Rain is going to be a future star on the main roster.
She's going to get over. I can almost guarantee you now she's going to get over. And the reason why I can guarantee that is she's got a personality. Danhausen got over. He has a personality. Like, look at the people who get over for the most part. They have personalities, unless they're shoved up your ass and down your throat like Cody Rhodes. And I guess you could even throw in there Roman Reigns, who doesn't have much for personality, but he's over.
I did not know that. Wow. Lizzie Rain is the niece of the late Iron Maiden drummer Clive Burr. So the gimmick fucking rocks, dude. That fits. Okay. Cool.
It fits, but like, give her a song that doesn't sound like God for Teacher. Come on,
it's Def Rebel. What do you expect? You know, if anything, I would say, dude, you want a better theme? Come to us. We'll get it done. We know methods. We're good with that shit.
You could even have it copyright free. There you go. It's all yours.
Yeah, for real, man. No, that's the first thing I got when I heard the opening guitar strum. It's like, I'm like, come on, man. You couldn't even cut that out. You couldn't divert away from it. You had to fucking rip it off like strum for strum. Come on, man.
Strum for strum. Oh wow! I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm watching the draft I'm watching the NFL draft right now on my phone.
All right.
The Rams went for a quarterback. Wow. So the Matt Stafford experiment may be coming to an end. Or not experiment. The run may be coming to an end.
Cool. All right.
Wow.
So they got EC3 cutting a promo here. Here's one thing about EC3 that I gotta say is this is his opportunity right now to get to the top of TNA. They need charismatic guys that look like superstars and can cut a promo. This guy is one of them, man.
For sure, man. Yeah. I mean, EC3 is a good addition to TNA. Like, I don't see the downside of this.
One of the best additions they've had in a long time. You know, let me see this much. The best addition they've had since Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah. I mean, you have another main eventer in your company, so there you go.
And that's the thing about EC3 is he still stays in great shape, you know? Like, he's one of those guys that never really let himself go. You know who's another guy who really got in great shape? He was kind of out of shape, but then he got in really great shape, is Chris Masters.
Okay.
I think they should try to bring Chris Masters into TNA. I mean, he could still cut a promo, still looks like a star. Might be one they could consider. Stop wasting your time in NWA, dude.
What about Ryback Reeves?
I don't think Ryback has wrestled a match in like fucking 8 years, bro. I think he is fucking just like basement Rusty. He is like 3 coats of fucking Rusty. There's not enough WD in the world to fucking outrust that motherfucker.
You can hear his joints creaking.
That's right. Seriously. You know what they need to get is they need to have a stable in JCW. Bring in Real One, because they already got EC3 there. That way you got Real One, you got Too Tough Tony, and you got EC3. Call them 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
That'd be awesome. Oh, they'd be a great stable, I tell you. They very unorthodox, but I think they would rock together.
I think they rock together. You know, like, guess who made her debut on NXT this past week?
Who's that?
Michael Lockwood.
Oh, dude, I cannot fucking wait to show the video on the news. They had the gay dude who looks like the fucking actor from Oppenheimer. You know what I'm talking about? They had that guy and Wesley Drake or Drake Wesley or it's some fucking shitty NXT name I can't remember. Anyways, they had that twank at the fucking bar, and then up walks this fucking boar with a wig on wearing a dress. And I'll leave it at that. But dude, out of this fucking world, that's how they're bringing her up. Like, do they want to kill the ratings? Are they that fucking stupid? And nobody, Jackson Drake, whatever. Nobody's buying that this guy is straight. Nobody's buying that he's actually going to take her home. I mean, come on, dude. We know which way he swings. He always hangs out with gay dudes. You're not fooling anybody.
Yeah, you're not fooling anybody. When you're looking at, like, I think he was like, what he should have said is like, oh, wow, you and I got something in common. I got a dick, you got a dick, we're made for each other.
When people see that, I'm sorry. When people catch wind of this thing in a dress, what we said is very minimal. Once she gets called up to the main roster and people actually know who the fuck she is, the hatred will be insane. Like, unbelievable levels of hate.
So, for people who don't know, Michael Lockwood is Bailey Humphries.
Yes.
It's funny, like when Vince does come back, I believe Vince is coming back, so I'm going to say it like it's going to happen. When Vince does come back, and he walks into the room, and he sees Bailey Humphries, he'll be like, look her down and go,
Probably. No, for sure. One, that's the thing is, I'm not ruling out that Vince is coming back. I would never rule that out. What I'm ruling out is the possibility of him getting with Saudi. This is like, I think we both have good viewpoints on this, by the way. It's very much a possibility he could get with Saudi. My personal opinion, though, is I feel he's going to get back in TKO and try to save it within. But we'll see what happens. Either way, though, I think Vince has a good likelihood of coming back. So I'll leave it at that.
For sure. Yeah, I think after June 14th, this whole thing is behind him. Fuck. Yeah, he's free and clear at that point. No more bullshit.
And that's we're looking forward to that. We're going to mark that off on our calendars that fucking day. Like,
June 14th.
We will celebrate. We will celebrate when we hear the judge say arbitration. We're like, finally, he's free from that stupid whore and her fucking deathly fucking claws of death piece of shit.
Claws of death. Claws of death.
Look how much he tried to suck out of this poor man's life after he gave her everything. He gave her the fucking world. And that's the thing, too, that tells you that Linda and Vince are swingers, is the fact that she didn't break up with him. It's like Monica Lewinsky all over again. You got to understand, these elite motherfuckers, all of them are swingers. All of them fucking be slinging dick, be slinging pussy. It don't fucking matter. Like that, but they don't fucking care, dude. It's just, they're weirdos, man. They're looking for thrills. They're bored, dude. You spend weirdos. Fucking, I guess, you spend like 14 hours in a corporate office. I guess you're going to go want to like butt fuck a zebra or some shit. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, butt fuck that zebra. Fuck. Oh, you bastard. Fucking Ravens. They taking fucking Vega Oana, you fucking bastards. Oh, good for you. Good for you, Jesse Minter. But you know what? Okay, so it's Akeem Messidor and then Chase Pasatis. That better be fucking. I swear to God, pick 22. Akeem Messidor better be the fucking pick.
See, Vega.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. Vega fucked up. He should have came out with the mask and the claws, and people would have popped.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, that's the way to fucking do it. And you say, you know what? Fuck the Ravens. I'm signing with the Chargers. And I'd be like, that's my guy. That's a Charger right there. But no, he fucked us over and went to the Ravens. Damn you, Minter. Damn you.
Motherfucker.
But it'll be okay.
It's okay. Javon Film says, it's crazy how some people compliment Bailey Gandolfini's body, but not her face. People tend to forget that part. Well, what you have to understand, I've seen a lot of people say that Bailey is gorgeous. I've seen a lot of people say that she's beautiful, but I have seen a large majority of them talk about, her butt. That's immediate, and that's the thing that kind of frustrates me too, because she's got a really nice rack and nobody ever mentions it. It's like, and that's the thing too, is like Bailey, when she has enough makeup on, she can clean up pretty good. I'm not gonna hate on her at all. Like when she's wearing enough makeup and she's wearing the right dress, she can't clean up as good as her sister, but she gets really close.
Dude.
Her sister's a fucking smoke show for those that haven't seen. But no, like Bailey, the thing that I think is most attractive about Bailey to a lot of fans is the fact she's a nerd, dude. She was showing off her fucking little arcade that she had going on. This is the weird shit. She had fucking Crash Bandicoot playing out of a custom arcade stand-up that had her 2K26 face on it for whatever reason, and she was connected to it with a fucking Xbox 360 controller. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, right. What the? They're showing the. I'm sorry, man. They're showing the Vega. Like I'm just like, ooh, you fucking bastards, you bastards. The one guard that I really wanted, you fucking. Well, I mean, I'm Chase Pasatis I want to, but you bastards,
fucking bastards. So did you hear about Trump declassifying weed?
I didn't hear about him declassifying weed. Please stand the fine paper.
Well, yeah, it's just, so from what he said, he's going to declassify it, so it's not going to, if it's legal in your state, you're able to obtain it, basically. So that's good. I mean, I've always looked at something like weed as something that, if it helps people quit alcoholism and quit pills and, become more healthy, so be it. It's not as bad as it is made out to be. And I think that it's got various uses, especially for people that, want to get off a lot of these pharmaceuticals, especially for people battling cancer, Parkinson's, dementia. There's so many different things we can be used for to help you out. And like I said before, rebuilds neurological pathways. It has a lot of good health benefits. And that's why, like, I've always hated that stigma that weed isn't healthy. No, weed is incredibly healthy for you. Now, with anything that you put in your body, I won't call it a drug because it's not, but with anything you put in your body, moderation. You just got to make sure that you don't smoke too fucking much, that you don't get shit done. I've always looked at it like, the best way is like, what is it? How was it? It was from a Quentin Tarantino movie. I think it had Samuel L. Jackson in it. And he said, you know what? I'm not going to smoke that shit right now. I'm going to get my shit done. I think it was in Jackie Brown. But yeah, he was like, you know what? Get your shit done. Get your shit done, then smoke when you're done. Chill for a night, pop on a movie, pop on a video game, whatever anime, whatever the fuck you chill with. Pop on some music and just smoke then. Get your shit done first, then smoke.
Nah, for sure, man. Yeah, I just want to say to any Ravens fans out there, you know what? Hey, you got yourselves a good... Hey, I'm telling you, Jesse Minter's going to be a great coach. You're going to love him. He's gonna win for you. He's gonna give you a great defense. Vega, great fucking guard, a monster. I'm jealous, damn it. I'm jealous. You got the good ones. You got the good ones.
For real. And I mean, just look at it this way, man. Hopefully Chargers get somebody good. I think I would really hold out. You never know, man.
Man.
Well, that's the thing too.
We need edge.
Well, you got to look at it this way too, is that a lot of times too, some like really diamond in the rough rookies, they get shifted down to the very fucking end of the draft, and then they end up becoming some of the biggest superstars. So that's something I would also, yeah, exactly. And that's why I would really pay attention to all the rookies coming up, look at their college football career and look at their trajectory. Look how healthy they are. Look at their injury history. It's a lot of things that a lot of people in betting do, is that they'll immediately start paying attention to these guys coming up through high school, even pay attention to see where they go through college, and then pay attention to see who drafts them. And it's just that's really in trajectory, because you see these guys, by the time they're 20, man, people are scouting the fuck out of them. 19 years old, 18 years old, they're getting scouted heavily by these NFL teams. So just something to keep in mind.
Absolutely, man. Okay, so they're showing Matt Hardy on screen. There's a rumor. I don't know if it's true. There's a rumor. Have you heard that? Yes, yeah. Broken Matt Hardy is coming back. And he's even wearing a fucking, it says delete on his shirt, man.
Sick.
Yeah. We're getting Broken Matt Hardy back. I can't fucking wait.
I'm excited because you know what? That's something that we need to take the spot of that fucking stupid angle that they were doing with Abyss and the Decay. Yeah, like, sure. I was so done with that. If we're going to do cinematic, let the Hardys handle it. Because that's the one thing I can give the Hardys. Even after Jeremy Barash left, the match quality of these cinematic matches featuring the Hardys did not go away. Whether they were doing it over in AEW, doing it over in TNA, doing it over in WWE, it was still the same great stuff. You can't hate on it, And that's what I love, is that it made me realize how creative Matt Hardy is. And Jeff, for a lot of reasons. Like, these guys, they deserve to have their own spot, their own segment. They deserve to actually book part of TNA. They're industry veterans. Not a lot of people still get the pops that they do or understand like they do. Like Matt Hardy, I have a lot of respect for, coming out and talking about all the Mark shit that's going on when all these other industry veterans are still sucking the cock. Matt's one of the few that actually will come out and speak about the shit and be like, this doesn't draw, this doesn't work. And his power and position in TNA is good, because that means he can go up to Carlos and be like, hey man, we need to fix this and we need to fix that. And I feel like really it's Matt, Jeff, working with creative to help make it a better place. Maybe I'm just perceiving things, but it seems like TNA has had a better fixture ever since the Hardys came back.
Yeah, it seems like they've had a better fixture going on there. I mean, I will be honest with this episode, starting it out a little slow. I mean, match. I mean, they did have that one segment with, I think it was fucking what's his name, Frankie Kazarian imitating him. That was entertaining. But yeah man, it's just I mean, from what we've seen from TNA episodes, they normally pick up in the second half.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine, and hopefully they do, man. Like, hopefully they do. But yeah, it's like, I think that the Hardy Boys, if they're really allowed that creative position, can do a lot for the company and really can bring a lot of eyeballs to it. Because I think a lot of people, they want to see that crazy shit. That's the one thing that's going to help them stand out from WWE too, is doing the cinematic stuff and making it kind of their signature, their footprint,
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm sorry, they're showing this commercial, this big titty Latina, and I'm like, damn.
You know what? She can do her OnlyFans and use the certificate to cover her boobs, maybe. Well, part of it, at least. She's got a big rack, so.
No, don't cover the boobs. Show the boobs. Come on. Fan service. Come on.
It's too early for this. I can't do this. Daddy, come on, my wife.
Yeah, the guy was like, "Hey, come on, your wife would probably be better than you on this segment." Like, it's like, I'm like, dude, you fucking sensitive, butthurt little fucking whiny pussy.
Well, that
Good God.
Well, it showed why he doesn't deserve to be a top guy, because even Punk in that situation, I think could have come up with something clever or sarcastic to say back. And that's anybody who has watched that show before, that guy banners. With all his guests, he banners.
Right.
So you walk in, you know what's expected out of you, and you know you got to have some material lined up. You know he's gonna fuck with you. He's not gonna show respect towards you, especially since you're a pro wrestler. So have some shit planned. Like, and that's one thing I kind of respect, at least about CM Punk. Like, I don't know, for those that remember his interview that he had back in the day with that Canadian guy who pissed off Vince McMahon very much. TSN, yeah. When he was on Off the Record with TSN, with Michael Landsberg, I believe it is.
Yeah.
When he was doing that interview, like, he even had, like Michael's like, oh, you're drinking coffee. That's a little rude to be doing on there. He's like, hey, it's early morning. I haven't had my coffee yet. Now, he had shit ready to go and called him out on his fakery, but he did it in such a way that it didn't ruin the broadcast. It made it a little uncomfortable, but to the point where it's still entertaining. You know what I'm saying? But, like, this fucking bitch ass, he doesn't sit through the whole fucking thing. He doesn't finish it. Doesn't even banner. Just walks the fuck off like a bitch.
Well, I mean, like, I hate to say it because it's true. I think Becky would have done a better job. She would have had something witty to come back with. She would have at least played into the banter. Like, if you're gonna put anybody, well, not because the curse. Never mind. Never mind.
If anything, she gets the show canceled. So there you go.
There you go. Yeah. Fuck you, Good Morning Football. You're going off the air. You got the curse.
And speaking of Seth Rollins, I'm not sure if you heard about it, but the rumor going around is that he hurt Braun Breaker at Raw.
Go figure.
So apparently he had an unsafe chair shot, and Braun was on the outside, possibly concussed. So yeah, we'll cover that on the news and go further in depth on it. But that's what's going around right now. Is that I want to say like twice now Seth has hurt this kid. I almost don't want them to feud now because of how fucking dangerous this reckless fuck is.
Yeah, let him feud with Gunther. There you go.
Yeah, fuck it. Let them hurt each other. Fuck it. Go out with a double injury.
Yeah, just put him up against everybody we hate. Cody, Gunther, diarrhea cough. Put him up against fucking Danhausen, CM Punk. Boom.
Okay, so here's a very interesting theory going on right now. The theory going on with Cody is that he has a broken orbital. There you go, orbital. Broken orbital bone. There you go. Sort of. He's got a broken bone in his fucking eye, okay? And because of that, what's going to happen is he might have to take some time off and vacate the title. So that's what's going on there. If that's the case, we can find out on SmackDown. We'll see.
Yeah, we can see. And you know what? Like, take advantage of it. If he has to vacate the title, you know what? If you want to get fans interested, retire the title. Retire that fucking ugly big WWE logo title. Retire that shit. Bring back the Winged Eagle.
There you go. That's a good one. I for one thing, Noseman is gonna be like, all right, tournament. Damian Priest is the new champion.
He's the guy. He can hold it down. What about Drew McIntyre?
No.
I mean, how many bangers did he have at TakeOver? There you go.
You already had his time.
Time.
Yeah, you're gonna see Damian Priest with a world title run. And then what you're going to see after that is a feud heading into SummerSlam or Survivor Series featuring Malachi Black. So we're going to have, if he has his way, especially if the SmackDown title, Cody's out of the picture, we're going to see Malachi Black and Damian Priest fucking feuding for a good 6 to 9 months.
Oh, guaranteed. See, right now they're just having a match between Matt Hardy and this fat roly-poly fucking a white outfit. He looks like, what's his name? Fucking Hauser guy from Cobra Kai. Sean Walter Hauser. Looks like him with Down syndrome. He, just big, fat, boring fuck. This match is dragging on.
You know, I can see that he does look like Paul Walter Hauser. He's just a big, fat fuck. Well, that's the whole thing about this stable. is they're not bad when it comes to the whole promos and whatnot, but I don't know. When it comes to the in-ring, I don't see the fucking appeal. I don't see why they're feuding with the Hardys. These guys are fucking low tier. I'm sorry.
Yeah, these are not who I'd be pairing with the Hardys at all. They suck. I'm sorry. They've tried. They've tried. There's nothing there.
Well, why
at
don't
all.
they if anything, you have so many different other tag teams. You could do the Order 6. You could do fucking the Nemeth Brothers. There's so many other Why did they have a hyper focus on like these two fucks? These motherfuckers, I'm sorry, the Ring of Honor wrestlers. Nothing more, nothing less.
It's pretty much it, man. They're just the Ring of Honor wrestlers. That's all there is to it, man.
Yeah.
All right, the Lions pick us in. Who are they going with? So the Jets just got Kenyon Sadiq. Great tight end. Athletic freak. Good one, man. It's a good one.
All right, cool.
Fuck.
Morris was saying, would you be shocked if and when Cody vacates the title, he pulls an Eric Bischoff and hands the title to Gunther or Sami Zayn? I mean, it's not too far off. I mean, the whole thing is that I think Triple H will do this for a tournament because what it does is it eats up time on the road to SummerSlam. And I think that he would consider Cody vacating as a blessing because then he gets to put on a boring fucking 2 to 3 month long tournament that's going to eat up a lot of time and save him on storylines. So he's probably excited.
Yeah, man. I mean, now me personally, do I think Cody's going to take time off? I don't know. Like, I think I don't know, man. I don't think he is. I think they're just gonna have him on TV cutting promos until he's safe enough to go in the ring. I don't know. If he does vacate it, they're probably gonna do some tournament, and they're probably gonna have, since it's on SmackDown. Who do you think is likely to win it on SmackDown?
I think right now, they're really going to focus on Damian Priest and Malachi Black. Because all I know is Road Dogg and Triple H were super fucking high on them. They were calling them the Stone Cold and the Rock of the modern day. So I think that the plans haven't changed, and I still think that Triple H is going to do all he can, especially on SmackDown, to get over his dudes. So I think those guys are definitely looking at solid pushes. Have you heard what's going on with Sami Zayn?
What's going on with him?
Okay, so did you, I don't know if you heard about Sami Zayn doing a set over on the Kill Tony show. Did you hear about that, the Kill Tony special?
Well, yeah, I heard that he did a set on there. I didn't hear what happened in his segment.
So basically he did a mockery of like Joe Rogan style is what he said. He's like, I learned a lot, Tony, from the Joe Rogan podcast. He was like, what's up, you woke snowflakes, you cucks? I've come here to insult you retards, blah, 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 blah. And, the woke fans online are all pissed off about it. And then the rumor going around is that comedy performance is what led to him losing the title. I don't know if I believe that. I just think it's Trick's time. He was fucking over like a motherfucker. TKO pulled the trigger. But it's just very interesting, I could see what Sammy was going for, because Sammy, he said, I've always wanted to do stand-up. But unfortunately, like, that scene was so bad it got cut from the Netflix special. So it was only online. So we'll show you on the news what exactly he said and everything about it. But yeah, it pissed off some of the fan base, So I don't think he threw his career away. I think a lot of fans are going to forget about this. But it may have been one of the reasons why I lost the title. I'm just saying.
Could be, man. It could be one of the reasons why. But with Sammy, I mean, like, what else is he going to do? What else are they going to do with Sami Zayn? So, I mean, the way I look at it is like, you take the title off him. Well, to me, I think that's the right move because him holding on to the title is just, it's a waste.
Where the fuck is KO? Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I know he's injured, but that's the thing. Is like, you figure if anything's gonna really reinvigorate Sami Zayn's career right now, I would say just pair him back up with KO and let him do fucking tag team antics. Pair him up in the tag team division. They need a good tag team right now. These guys have chemistry whenever they wrestle. I think that's one of the good things I could say about KO and Sami Zayn is they're since they're friends and they know each other, they have amazing chemistry together in the ring. So I think just put them in the tag division, have them dominate it. SmackDown needs some good tags. Right now, they got a bunch of fucking cruiserweight jobber flip-flop losers. Let's put somebody that actually, two people that can actually cut a promo and have charisma.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. Something.
Yeah.
So now they're beating down Matt Hardy. Jeff Hardy's coming out, finally. He's slowly, gingerly running out to the ring.
Well, especially how fucking long this match took.
Oh, I
Like,
know.
is Jeff all Fenton out here? What's going on, man?
Right?
I'm gonna wrestle super slow. I'm gonna throw a shit of fist your way, and you're not gonna catch it. Then I'm gonna do a twist of fate that I don't even grab your neck for. Then I'm gonna sloppily rip off my shirt like Mike Tyson, high off ecstasy. Then I'm gonna climb the top rope. I'm gonna do a swanton, and fucking completely miss it.
And they're
He-
laughing.
He landed the back of his head. Good for him. Something landed.
At least nothing was damaged, so yeah, there you go.
Right. I thought that was disgusting. I posted it on social media that I thought that was fucking gross. And it's
Yeah, man.
it's nasty, man. And while he did delete the post, it's like, this is the type of shit that we've been trying to tell you about Donald Trump, is that he's the type of guy, he loves being blasphemous, more so than any other presidential candidate or president that I've ever seen in my entire life. The man lives to disrespect Jesus Christ, lives to disrespect God. You know, if you've seen the statue in the front of the Mar-a-Lago, if you've heard all the blasphemous stuff, comparisons to Jesus Christ, the second coming, all the weird stuff this guy has said, even the fact that they rewrote the Bible, the Trump Bible, if you've heard about that, like just all the really gross stuff that this guy has taken part of and publicizes, and to see all these brain-dead MAGAs fans always putting him over and saying, oh, he's a savior, he's saving our country, good. No, I'm sorry, he's an elite worshiping demon. He's not a good person. He never will be.
Absolutely. Well, and I would ask them just to hold him accountable, man. As you would any politician, you got to hold Trump accountable. Because what happens when you don't? Then he starts doing what the neocons want, and what the neocons want is not what MAGA should be wanting. Like I remember, like the MAGAs used to hate the neocons. What happened?
Oh, it's reversed now. It's pretty much, that's what it is. Like, especially if you saw online Donald Trump just bagging on all the right wing conservative influencers like Candace Owens, like Alex Jones, just ragging on all of them, talking shit about all of them. Think about all the time and effort that these people put in trying to put over Donald Trump and make him into the savior. And this is how he repays them. You know, he's a terrible person with no loyalty at all.
None. He'll stab you in the back if you have like one little disagreement with him on something. He's like, I don't know, Mr. President. He's like, all right, you're out. In fact, you're going to the camps. Get out of here.
I don't know, man. He's got a lot of shit he needs to work on. And that's the thing too. It's like, what you notice about old people is if they're already fucking crazy, they just get crazier as they get older. There's no change. Like, they get more stubborn and more crazier, and there's no way of getting out of it. It's just a slow de-evolution into the abyss that they can't ever crawl out of. That's how it is.
Yeah, man, that's just the way it is with them. It's sad, but you know, and you see it with like grandma and grandpa. You see it with just old people in general. They get stubborn, they get set in their ways, and they don't want to change. And I get it, you know, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, you don't want that running the country. You can't have your leaders being in their 80s. It's crazy.
Exactly. And that's what people have to consider, is that as they get older, they become less mentally competent. And he could say, you know, I'm still as sharp as a tack. He's obviously proving that he's not, because there's no filter. If he was smart enough, he would realize the consequences of his actions, or he would at the very least have somebody that moderates his social media and keeps him from saying stupid shit. He doesn't care. That's the point, is he's so confident, overconfident about himself.
And I think he just surrounds himself with a bunch of yes men. And I think that's how the puppet control system works, is that they isolate him, they keep him controlled, they keep him blackmailed, they let him know, hey, just to let you know, Donald, if you step out of line, we're gonna release the Epstein files on you. And I think that's why he's willing to play ball with everything that one country wants to do. It's a shame, man, because like you really and look, I get it, man. I get what MAGAs want, man. They want like to bring the fucking deep state to heel, and they want a fighter on their behalf who's gonna tear it all down. Bro, you want a fighter? Look in the mirror. You are the fighter that you're looking for. And what we need to do is we need to be focusing on local politics, the local level. The top level, the presidential level, that's going to be controlled by the fucking military industrial complex, the banking elite, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. It's going to be controlled by them. Your local level more than likely is not. It's too local. It's too broken down and you know, separated to be easily controlled. Focus on the local level. Build from the ground up. You are the fighter you need. Donald Trump is not a fighter for you. He never has been. He was a fighter for the people that he fucking owed a favor to. You are the fighter you need.
Don't worry, Mr. Little Hat.
I will do all I can to kiss the wall of Israel. And don't worry, I fired that Patsy Pam Bundy. We can blame it all on her. It's not on me and my incompetence. It's all on Pam Bundy. Just blame her. And they are. They're
and we'll make sure to redact every person on the client list. There was no client list, even though there was a client list. Even though Ghislaine Maxwell admitted there was a client list. Even though Melania Trump came out and admitted there was a client list. There's no client list. We're gonna redact it. Like, come on, man. Like,
what they're trying to do is they're trying to sweep this under the rug like they did with Pizzagate. Yeah. They're trying to do the same fucking thing. And we covered Pizzagate back in the day. We were telling you that it's not this shit isn't bullshit. It's not bullshit. Look at the connections and what happened. Look at all the creators that got their channels attacked for daring to talk about Pizzagate. Videos pulled left and right. And then look at all the people that ever talk crap about Pizzagate, tried to make it look bad. What happened to them? They all got outed as pedos. Yeah. Very strange.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a reason why they probably didn't want it out.
Right. So King Marcus was saying, worst case scenario, Chainsaw Rollins as your camp buddy. You're both lost.
Oh, God.
Or CM Puke as your soldier buddy. You're both stuck in enemy lines. Oh, I'm going to pick Chainsaw Rollins as my camp buddy. Because at the very least, like, he's one of those guys. He's got such a loud, annoying, fucking grating, whiny fucking voice that it'll alert people. You know, they'll be like, what the fuck is this? Is that a broken chainsaw? What the fuck is that? They'll investigate it. But with CM Puke as your soldier buddy and you're both stuck in enemy lines, that motherfucker would sell you out to anybody to get out. He would step over your body just so he could use it to get over the barbed wire. He would do anything he could to fucking sell you out. He has no loyalty whatsoever. So I hate to say it, you have a better time with Chainsaw Rollins than you do with Punk.
The CM stands for China Man. Yeah.
Oh, dude, he would, if they ever do that social credit score shit over here in America, he's fucking moving to China. Probably asking John, hey, John, you got any pointers? Where should I move to?
Yeah, get the RFID chip or I'll kick your ass.
If it was parading around about fucking teens cutting off their dicks, it's not a far stretch, just saying.
It's not, man. It's not. And there's going to be a push for that in the future. It's coming. It's coming. You got to stand. You got to reject it. You got to say no. Don't. They're going to want to microchip you. They're going to want to do a lot of shit. You got to reject it, man. You got to fight back. Say no.
Yeah, that's the type of shit. We don't like talking about the doomer shit too much, you know, because we just want to have a good time around here, man. We want to make you realize that overall, at the very end, you control your reality. If you choose to live in misery, you will make a lifetime full of misery. You got to understand your thoughts are very powerful, man. If you choose to have positivity in your life, you will have positivity, man. It's all about thoughts. That's why we put it out in the news, Rhea Ripley, and how she's living in this spell of negativity, even though she's a millionaire and beloved by millions. That doesn't matter. Right now, she's focusing on the negative instead of focusing on all the things she should be grateful for. The fact that Buddy Murphy loves her and is always there for her. She's got loving pets at home. She's got an adoring fan base that are always going to be there for her. She's got a boss that fucking loves her and thinks she's the best female in the company. She's the number one woman in a lot of people's eyes. She has so much going for her, yet she focuses on the negative. So I would hope, if anything, this drives her closer to God and makes her realize she has to be grateful for what she has.
She does, man. I mean, like, and at the end of the day, it's like she got where she wanted, man. She when she was a kid, she's like, oh, when I'll get older, I want to be wrestling at WrestleMania. Well, there you go. Yeah. You got everything you wanted, and then some, and more, and you're still not happy. It's because you're not spiritually fulfilled.
Well, we've seen this out of people who are atheists or Satanists, is that there's never enough. No. You see it with these liberal IWC wrestling fans. It's never enough. You can never please them. They will always be unhappy because they're unhappy with themselves. It has nothing to do with pro wrestling. Ultimately, it comes down to their own mental well-being and their own health, and they won't take care of that. They don't consider that a priority. They consider their fandom a priority, which is a sad thing. They put aside everything, their mental health, their physical health, their spiritual health, everything for this fit gay pro wrestling bullshit. At the end of the day, this is just an escape. It's an escape for an hour, 2, 3, whatever you want to fucking do with it. It's an escape from whatever you're dealing with. That's what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be your life. It never is supposed to be your life. Even for a pro wrestler, this is your escape. You go out there, you escape the world by getting that adrenaline rush and fucking having a good contest with your fellow competitor.
Honestly, you know, for her and for a lot of these wrestlers out there, just get off social media. The best thing that they could do for their mental health, just get off X entirely.
they don't understand how bad it is for a lot of people, because the whole thing about X, and I've told a couple people this, is that you have to really just post your shit and walk away. You can't hang around, because it's one of those things where you'll see the negativity come in, you'll see the trolls come in, and you just don't respond with them, because they will come up with whatever bullshit response to make them feel like they won, and then they'll just block you. I've seen it done a billion times. Oh, yeah. I just regularly
will just to me.
Yeah, man. I just regularly will go on X, and I see people that I don't remember interacting with at all that have blocked me. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Wrestlers that I've never interacted with that have blocked me. Promoters. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? You know? It's just one of those things where, like, I've always looked at it, if somebody's harassing you on X, don't be a bitch, just mute them. And then if it gets to the point that they're going overboard and DMing you, that's when you block them. Simple as that. When you're just blocking people over random disputes, it's dumb. It's fucking stupid. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. But I want to bring this up. So Dr. Brian Robinson was saying thoughts on D4VD case. LA is hell, man. So, yeah, for those that don't know, it's a child, whatchamacallit case against evidence in a case against a singer, D4VD, accused of murder. So, yeah, accused of murdering a 14-year-old. So it said that CP is among the key evidence Los Angeles prosecutors say will bolster their case against the alt-pop singer D4VD, who has been charged with murder and prolonged sexual abuse of a middle school age girl whose remains were found in the trunk of his car last year. By the way, this is on CNN's article. Just credit them. Yeah. The 21-year-old entertainer who was arrested on April 16th has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder with special circumstances, continuous sexual abuse of a child under 14 years old, and mutilating human remains. D4VD, whose legal name is David Anthony Burke, is accused of killing 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who was last seen alive going to his home on April 2025 when she threatened to expose a sexual relationship with her and ruin his career, according to a criminal complaint filed on Monday. Celeste was killed by multiple penetrating wounds. I really hope that this guy gets the fucking case slammed against him. And I can tell you, for one, he's one of many. He's one of many. There's so many of these fuckers in all forms of entertainment, in all forms of school, politics, whatever, in any form of power. Just look at it that way. Bank, whatever. Any form of power. These motherfuckers, they love trading this shit. They trade it like baseball cards. They trade it like Pokemon cards. They look forward to this shit. It's so big of a problem, and there's a reason why, if you've ever wondered why To Catch a Predator was taken off the air. Do you know why it was taken off the air?
No.
Let me tell you why it was taken off the air. The reason why it was taken off the air is because they found out that the district attorney from New York City was talking to a 14-year-old. So what they did is they went over to his house because they realized that he didn't show up at the meetup spot. They went over to his house to go find out what happened, and he shot himself.
Oh, wow.
So that's the whole reason why they canceled. And not only that, but they found out that so many people in power, whether they be DAs, police, attorneys, they were coming up as people featured on this. So it was showing a lot of people in power were being busted by this popular show To Catch a Predator. And for anybody that follows any of the YouTube channels that are out there that carry on the tradition after that show got canceled, for anybody that follows those shows, the Predator shows, the catching shows and whatnot, a lot of these people, they have government jobs. You'll be crazy to find out how many of these fuckers have government jobs and are doing this
controlled.
It's
They're
power.
Controlled.
It's all about power. It's all about control. Absolutely, man. So yeah, now I'm so glad that people are brave enough to still continue that and put their lives on the line for that shit. Because trust me, once you see how much power is connected with it, you understand why it's so prevalent. You understand why it's the hot topic, and that it goes so much deeper than that, man. When you really start digging, we could really go into it, but yeah,
for sure, man.
Let's show a connection though, real quick. I got a picture for the news, but I'm gonna tell you about it right now. You've heard about the name Rob Feinstein, right? You know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rob Feinstein, he's done pictures recently with people like Adam Page. He's done pictures with Will Ospreay. And just recently, he did a picture at WrestleMania with Nick Khan.
Oh, shit.
Now, for those that don't know who Rob Feinstein is the former owner of Ring of Honor. And Rob Feinstein was featured on a Predator show meeting up with a 14-year-old boy, or about to meet up with a 14-year-old boy. They had these chat logs and stuff. And that is what led to Ring of Honor really losing a lot of its popularity. Samoa Joe went on a rant about Rob Feinstein. A lot of their top stars leaving. The company really tanking to the point that it had to sell to Tony. You know, it was on life support after a lot of that shit went down. But Rob, yeah, that's what a lot of people saw, is they saw, hey, shit, this is what's going down. Him meeting with Nick Khan. I'm pretty sure Nick knows who the fuck he is. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it very well could be, you know, they could know some shit going on. I got distracted. They just showed Britt Baker at the fucking the draft party, so that's where she is. Not on TV. She had a fucking draft party, but yeah, man. So that's some fucking crazy shit. It all goes deep. It all goes fucking deep, man. And it like Ring of Honor. But the question is that my question is that I think we've had a little bit of a taste on like the sickos in the wrestling business. How far do you think this really goes in the wrestling business?
I've heard so many crazy rumors, man. One of the craziest that I've heard from back in the day, and even this, take it with a grain of salt what I'm saying, is that Vince McMahon was heavily in operation with the Masons and the Illuminati to aid in trafficking. Crazy rumor. And this is something that was posted a while back. I don't know if I believe it, but then you start looking at the connections of like, God, what was it? That one diva who ended up, Ashley Massaro, who was involved with the Epstein list. And you're like, how the fuck does Ashley Massaro get involved with a bigwig like Epstein? You know, this guy's working with the Rothschilds, working with Mossad. How the fuck does Ashley Massaro, this fucking nobody wrestler, get involved with him, you know? And I'm thinking to myself, dude, maybe she's one of many wrestler chicks that got involved in this. And there's a reason why Donald Trump is doing all he can to get rid of the Epstein files. Maybe he's protecting his friends. Vince is a very good friend of his.
Well, he literally said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like, and this is the whole thing. You have to keep this in mind. We, at the end of the day, even if he is involved in all this shit, we separate Vince McMahon, the creator.
Don't take my cigar. Don't take my cigar. I'm sorry.
No, it's just we hold Vince McMahon. There's the creator and there's the person.
Yeah.
We respect the creator.
And that's the whole thing, man. And see, I think you make such a good point, is that we're able to separate the entertainer from the person. You know, it's like fucking Sting, right? Crow Sting, and then Nick Borden or C Borden, like two different people. And that's what I think you've been trying to say, and what I've been trying to say is that, and that's how we look at it, man. Like, we're able to separate Vince McMahon, the sicko, from Vince McMahon, the entertaining personality. Because Vince McMahon is wildly entertaining.
Oh yeah,
no doubt.
Well, and what has even Stephanie McMahon said about her own father? Yep. She's like, I'm crazy just like him. She even admits that her father's fucking insane, dude. And you would have to be a little bit insane to come up with the crazy ideas that he has come up with. You have to be like that mad scientist type of genius. That's what he is. I've always looked at Vince McMahon as a mad scientist. Sure, he can come up with some fucking batshit crazy shit that's not going to translate well onto camera, but he can come up with some true gold too. And when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, what he did with Russo and Ferrara and Bruce Pritchard was magic. It was lightning in a bottle, and it will stand the test of time. So far, nothing has beat that.
Nothing has beat that, man. And like, who knows? Maybe that chapter is not yet closed on Vince McMahon. Maybe there's another chapter coming down the road. Who knows? Who knows?
We shall see, man.
We shall see.
Here's the thing too. Like, I don't want people to get it twisted and be like, I hate Vince McMahon. I don't hate Vince McMahon at all.
No.
I greatly respect what he's done for this industry. Do I think that he still has it in the tank? I'll be quite honest. At first, I didn't think that, but then I started seeing the reports about him helping out at WrestleMania 42, him still talking to Bruce Pritchard, Jim Ross saying that he's still working in the weeds, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck do they know? Especially a guy like Jim Ross, dude, he's still very connected, still talks to a lot of people backstage at WWE. He used to have Triple H's job before he did. So I'm like, what the fuck does he know, man? Because he's still going to be talking to Bruce. He's still going to be talking to a lot of those guys up there. So that made me think, dude, Vince still has something in the tank. I think if anything, the one thing that Vince can bring back to the company is protecting stars and protecting their legacy. And even Randy Orton spoke about that recently. He gave props to Vince McMahon, and he said, you know what? He protected the RKO for the longest time so people didn't kick out of it. He made it the finisher. And I love him. I think that's great. That I can't stand that about Triple H, that he's devalued finishers. None of them mean anything anymore when they used to mean something. Even Triple H's pedigree used to mean something. He hits somebody with that, they're fucking down. Sting gets hit with the pedigree, don't matter if he's Sting, he's fucking down. I would love to see that come back. The protection of finishers, signature moves meaning something, the no selling going out the fucking window, this New Japan style leaving WWE. I wanted to go back to Vince's style because at the very least he knew how to protect the wrestlers and knew how to really get the most out of them. Whether they be an entertainer, whether they be a grappler, whatever their style is, he knew how to get the most out of them. In that very Paul Heyman-esque like way, you know, he knew how to get the most out of them.
Absolutely, man. He did, and that's what was great about it. So for people,
You're cool.
you know, wondering what's going on with TNA, fucking what's her name? Zia Brookside came out, fucking beat up Mei Ying Lee, turned heel on her. Cool. I gotta say, man, if we're gonna like add another fucking hot Asian bitch to the fucking hot Asian bitch stable of bitches we've been talking about, add her in there, man. She's pretty fucking hot.
Yeah, no, she's great. You know who I think it pisses me off, dude. It pisses me why are you wasting? I would say this to WWE. Why the fuck are you wasting Wendy Chu and Nikita Lyons on Evolve?
I know, dude.
Like you go and you see these promos that Nikita Lyons is cutting on social media, that she's cutting on Evolve, and you're like, dude, this chick should be on SmackDown. You go ahead and you see the type of stuff that Wendy Chu is doing, how she's performing in the ring, and you're like, why did they demote her? Like, I know they're trying to bring some sort of star power down to Evolve to get people to watch, but bro, Wendy deserves a lot more. She's been in NXT for what, 3 to 4 years? Let her get a shot on SmackDown. Let's see what she's got.
What I'm thinking they're doing is they're using her like she's the veteran they're going to send down there to season the wrestlers they got. Akeem Messidor. That's how we fucking do it. Good. Okay, I'm sorry.
Very good.
Yeah, so I think that's what they're doing is they're going to, or they're sending the veterans down there to help season the young, get them ready. But man, like I'd like to see her in TNA, man. Yeah, I want to see her. If we're talking about like hot Asian bitches, let's bring back Su Yung. Her big fucking mommy milkers, bring her in there. Yeah, man, it's like there's so many fucking female talents out there that can be bringing into TNA. I mean, if you're not doing anything with them, send them over to TNA. Let them use them.
Oh, and especially over in TNA, I think Nikita Lyons would be a top star. I think Carlos Silva would make her, and he would do with her what he did with Ariana Grace. Because Ariana Grace was very much one of those like fucking off the radar NXT chicks that didn't get enough time. She got a decent amount of time, but not enough time for her superstar level. When somebody looks that fucking good, they're that good of a wrestler, they're that good on the mic, they have a fucking character, they have great chemistry with their boyfriend, and then they're a pedigree too. They're from, you know, another wrestler, you know, they're a generation. When it comes down to all that and they have all of that, you let them shine. They let Adriana Grace shine, and she's fucking phenomenal. She's one of my favorite TNA females right now, besides like Tessa Blanchard. She's fucking top level. So I love the fact that they let her shine and let her do her thing. Nikita Lyons is in that same vein. I think if they let her get that shot, let her shine, especially after Adriana gets called up to SmackDown or whatever, this is the spot. Let her fill that void. Let her become that chick because she's that fucking good. And Wendy Chu, she's TNA good too. I think her and that Mi Yim chick, or the one thing that they just show getting beat up by Zia Brookside.
Mei Ying Lee.
Mei Ying Lee. They pair them up together. You have your hot Asian bitch combo there. There you go.
Boom. There you go, man. It's that simple, man. That's all you got to do is just like take the hot Asian bitches, put them together. They're like Legos. You put them together, you take over.
Well, it's bad. Like, aren't they?
Ying Lee. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So you got a Chinese girl and a Filipino girl. I like that. It's a nice little mix of Asian because you usually get Japanese. Now you get like that other foreign side of hot bitches. So that works. I like it. Cool. All right. King Marcus said, mainstream people hate Trump for the wrong reasons. They should be hating him for the real evil reasons. And that's how I've always felt too, King Marcus. I even posted on social media. I'm like, people, they hate Trump, you know, because he sides with the evil Jews. I'm so sick and tired of all the Jew bashing, by the way. It's so stupid. I'm so sick and tired. Like, because it's just them going with the narrative. And I feel bad for a lot of these poor Jewish people that get attacked, you know? It's like,
oh, yeah.
You know, because when you really look at who the true elites are and you look at their backgrounds, they're fake Jews. They're not even real Jews, and they use anti-Semitism to protect them, which I think is fucking bullshit. And I can't stand, when you truly look at who the Illuminati are, I can't stand how they use other people as bioweapons, and they use other people to serve their agendas. I think it's unbelievably evil what they're doing, especially what they've done with the LGBT community and weaponized them, and made them believe, hey, we're all for you. No, you're not. You slap a fucking rainbow on any sort of fucking corporate logo for a month, and that's all you do. You don't fucking care about the gay people. Use them. And all the gay people that are actually fucking smart have woken up and realized that. And I
What
just
is it-
even
what
then, but I'm sorry, even then they're trying to pervert the LGBTQ by adding the maps into there and adding all these weird perversions like bestiality and whatnot. Wouldn't be surprised if they fucking add necrophilia into it. They're trying to add in all these weird perversions and fetishes into LGBTQ. Like, oh, accept me because I'm a fucking weirdo.
Damn it.
That's what it is.
Oh man, as soon as you said that, I'm like, CM Punk's like, respect necrophobia or I'll kick your ass. Hashtag fuck a dead body or I'll break your face.
That's what it is. Hashtag fuck a dead body.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just it's nothing wrong about it. You just dig them up and put them in a fucking warm tub for, a couple hours, get them nice and soft. Yeah.
Put him in the microwave.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. We the only way we know about this is the South Park sketch where they talk about doing that. They're like, you know what it sounds like, right? Give me that jar of mayonnaise. This is what it sounds like, fucking a dead body.
Oh god.
That's the only way we
God.
fucking know, bro. And maybe a couple Cannibal Corpse songs, but other than that,
Cannibal Corpse. I will give Cannibal Corpse credit for one thing. I mean,
What's up?
They to seeing like people don't know. They think, oh, growling's easy. No, motherfucker, no, it ain't. No,
dude.
it ain't.
Well, it's one of those things where you have to work on it for a long time to really get that guttural. And even then, there's some people that are otherworldly with it. Like one a good example of that is the singer from Cattle Decapitation.
Yes.
The vocal range that he has, because we grew up with this guy in San Diego. He was singing for the Locust for a little bit, and then he split off and he started doing Cattle Decap. And Cattle Decap have some of the craziest fucking live shows. This guy can do the high fucking shrill witch screams. He can do like the crispy, the crispy demon voice. Yeah, he could do the fucking